Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning in again to IgniteU. I'm so glad you guys made your way back to my page. Today, I'm excited because we have a special guest that came over to my home and wants to share all about her business. And I'm just so excited to have her. I've been knowing Miss Shannon Miller for
Hi.
quite some time. And she has her own business, and I'm going to get into that in a few, but I just want to say I want to give you your flowers just because
Oh,
of who you are as a woman of God, a woman with so much wisdom. Not only that, you display love whenever you show it to people around our community.
oh, thank you.
And when I see you, I always have a bright smile and I get excited because you always make me feel welcome
Oh,
and you make me feel just excited about life. And I also, when I look at you, I think about organizing. So
oh,
when I identify with you, I look at, oh, let me get myself clean. Let me see what I can do to get my house in order. You just give me that, reassurance that I need to get it
well, thank you.
together.
I'm glad I do all that. That's so sweet.
Yes, yes.
That's so
So,
sweet.
your business, if you want to let everyone know what it's called and what it's all about, briefly, we'll
Well,
talk about it.
okay, well, sure. Hi, you guys. My name is Shannon Miller, as she said, and my business is Just Organizing You. So, Just Organizing You, the acronym of that is joy, and that's what I hope to bring in a space. I'm a professional organizer, home organizer, and I've helped businesses out as well. But what I do is I turn that chaos to calm. I love to help declutter areas of the home because your home is supposed to be your safe haven. So I like you to feel peaceful and zen in your home. And what better way to do that than for your home to be organized and clutter free? So
Right. I
that's
love
about
that.
what it is.
Ooh, that zen, that peace. I love when you
Yes.
mentioned that.
Yes.
I remember you helping me personally with my closet one time.
Yes, I
And
remember
that was a
that.
great experience. We were in a pandemic, and at the time, it was virtual, but
Yes.
it was so good because I actually learned different techniques, tricks
Yes.
and things that I can do myself while you were on the phone guiding me. So I thought that was amazing that you offer virtual service as well to your
Yes, I offer
business.
that sometimes if it's somewhere that I may not be able to fly out to, or someone is a do-it-yourselfer, a DIYer. Sometimes they want to do it themselves, but they just want you to give them the key points and the steps on how they can master it and do it. So I be online with them from the time that I do a consult first to assess their area and everything. And then from that, the beginning, how we did, we talk about what they're going to do in the beginning. I give homework. We come back when they're halfway through that point, and I check it out and critique and let them know what else is needed. I provide them with a customized list that'll say what products that you don't have that you can get in your space to add to it to help it be organized. And then at the ending, when they're all done, I go through and show them how to fine tune different things and add more tips and everything. And then they've done all the work. All I did was basically was their coach, accountability partner that held them accountable, and then assured that the deadline they set, it was obtainable, and to make sure that I follow through with them. And I still check on a lot of my clients from
Wow.
time to time to see
Oh
how they're
wow.
doing.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome. Like I love that aspect because you're not just throwing us out there teaching us because for me, someone like me, I don't often I'm not an organized person.
That's okay. That's what I'm
Naturally,
there for.
right, naturally I'm not organized, but I do like things in order. I love how I feel whenever things
Yes.
are in place. So
Yes.
even though I don't have that natural ability, I still like it when I'm in a clean space. I can think more clearly, you know?
I'm glad you said that too, because this month, and thank you for having me to be
Yes,
here
yes,
with you on
yes.
this podcast. Such a blessing.
Thank you.
What's so special about this month too, you guys? It's Go Month. So all around the world, in the U.S., it's known as Get Organized Month, and for short, they call it Go Month. And so this was actually founded by NAPO, which is the National Organization of Professional Organizers. And you look at this month is January, right? It's the start of a new year, 2024. So what's the great thing about Go Month is it's telling you, hey, let's change some things, just like a New Year's resolution. But let's change some things, but hey, let's change it in your space, in your home, and let's start the year off right by going in spaces of your home, because you know better than I do the areas in your home that are cluttered, things that you have accumulated too much of, and now it's evading your home. You got a home invasion going on, and it's a home invasion of too much stuff. And really less is more, because you realize a lot of things that happens when at Go Month, what's so good about it is bringing awareness to how we can make you feel better in your home. If you can't be relaxed and peaceful in your own home after you've worked a long day, where can you get the relaxation and the zen feeling than to get it in your own space? And what a lot of people don't realize, it affects you mentally.
It does.
It affects you mentally.
It really
Focus. It stagnates your focus. Wow. You can't really focus on things when you're looking around thinking about, I got all this to do, but I don't have the time to do it. And also another thing it does, Chantel, what it hurts is it makes you overspend.
Wow.
Because you're thinking, when you have clutter all over, say in your master closet, and you have clutter, you tend to buy more because you don't know exactly what you have. Wow. And it robs your time. True. It's a time stealer, because you're constantly digging and trying to search for things that you can't find. So in all actuality, it takes time away from you.
And that makes sense, because like whenever I can't find something, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to go get this piece, or to go with some jeans, or with this outfit I'm trying to put together. I might already have that piece. And once I realized that, I bought two things of the same things. I was like, okay, enough is enough. So at the beginning of this year, I got rid of a lot of clothes.
That's good.
I did get rid.
I'm proud of you.
Get rid of a lot of clothes, and I was attached to it, but I let it go because I'm like, it's too much. I don't have the space for it. Let me let it go. And I don't have to be so attached to material things, but we do tend to do that, spend more, and get distracted. I know right now our focus is igniting our future. How can we move forward and like really make sure that the future we're going after is successful, is even obtainable? But what I can resonate with your company is getting organized. That's the first step. I mean,
getting organized.
Declutter your mind, declutter your room, your thoughts. So how do you do that within your own home?
In my own home, I said, there's a expression, and it says, you practice what you preach.
Okay.
And it's not to say that my home never gets out of order.
Okay.
Because we're living in it.
Right.
So when you live in anything, all it takes is if you don't pick up something, and you leave it there, and then you have accumulation of things, and you have clutter. It might not be to the magnitude of some of the places that I've gone to, but it's still clutter. And so how I do it is I just make sure that I know in my space, in order for me to be stress-free, in order for me to be able to focus, get up, and health-wise be able just to do my job every day, I know that it comes to making. When I take my shoes off, I put them in a proper place. If you can think of every space in your home has a place. Your shoes go in, whether you have a shoe bin or whether you just have a shoe rack or just sit them and organize them in your closet. That's fine. You're starting somewhere. When you take your clothes off for the day, hang them up. And another good thing, can I give some tips?
Yes, definitely.
A few tips that'll help you guys that might have cluttered closets. Let's just start there. If you have a cluttered closet and you have a lot of clothing, the first thing you need to do is really go through your clothes and see what can I not fit anymore. Okay? Ask yourself that question. Then go through your closet again and said, what do I have that I might can fit, but I never wear? And you have to be honest. So it's the honest system. So look through your closet, what you can't fit, And pretty much if you hadn't worn it a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, chances are if you haven't worn it by now, you won't wear it. So you look at that, and then, like I said, if it can fit you or not. And then think about giving to others. Think about how you can donate that to organizations, whether it be shelters, whether it be Salvation Army or places like that. You can donate it in someone else. You can give to someone else that might be in more of need. You can also think of it as a way to accumulate money, right? You can sell to these consignment shops. You can sell to these. There's Clothes Mentor
Right.
and other places that you can make money off of what you sell, even online. There's different online where you can have an online boutique selling resale clothes and putting money in your pocket. So it can benefit you and you can work it, whether you're giving it, donating it, or if it's too tattered, you're discarding it, right? So just think of those things in your closet and you'll start to see your space become better. And how I do it at my home is everything is color coded. And if you want to write this down, it's called the Roy G. Biv system. That's ROYG Biv. It's color coordinating your clothes. You're putting your whites together, then your reds, then you're putting your orange, your yellow, your green, your blues, your indigo, which is purple, and violet, and then everything else can go behind that. You could put your grays, whether you put your grays before your blacks, or you put brown, gray, brown, black, and your darker colors. And then if you have any prints, you can put your prints together or whatever the case may be, but you'll see that your closet looks so much better. And hangers. A lot of people have all different color hangers. Don't you know if you have metal hangers, plastic hangers, and all different color hangers, it's making your space seem congested.
Wow.
Try using all the same color hangers to make it look cohesive, neat, and organized. And you can thank me later.
Oh my God. You're just bringing it back to, I'm looking in my closet in my mind, and all of my hangers are cream because you started me with that.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
I
yes,
remember my hangers being different hangers, and it didn't feel like I was walking into a boutique. So
Yeah.
that experience, it's an experience. You should want to go into your closet and have that piece where you can just pick out what you like. And I have some things to work on.
That's okay.
I did
That's
get a
okay.
little off track.
That's okay.
But
It
I have
happens.
to pick
I
back
can
up.
help you, though. I'm
now
here.
that you're talking, it's motivating me to go back and get some things done. And also, when you mentioned about the clothes and it not being, it's been a while since you
Okay.
wore it or you can't fit it. For me, I always tell myself, well, I'm gonna lose about 10
Yes.
pounds. I'll fit it
Girl,
one
I've been
day.
saying that too.
But it's not gonna. I mean, it may not happen. And if it does, you can get something else. So
Yes,
it's time
yes.
to get rid of these clothes.
And this is the thing. It's not to tell someone, and I don't want anyone to think I'm saying, we work hard and we want
Right.
to treat ourselves from time to time. So think of it like this. If you are an avid shopper, and let's say in a month's time, I'm just going to give a number, okay? Let's just say you probably buy about 10 pieces a month, right? If you buy 10 pieces a month, in 12 months, look how many pieces you've bought. So what you do, if you shop that much and you're an avid shopper, for the 10 pieces that you have a month, find 5 pieces, find 3 pieces in your closet that you can no longer wear. And then it'll be a constant recycling going on.
I like that.
And you're never accumulating because you're buying 10, getting rid of 3 to 5.
Okay.
Okay, if you buy 20 pieces, you're buying 20 pieces, you're getting rid of 10. The more you buy, let the amount that you get rid of, whether you're donating it or you're blessing someone with it or discarding it, just keep a constant cycle. And the same thing with shoes. I'm a tennis fanatic. Like my household, we all like sneakers. And years ago, I had a procedure, and after that, I stopped wearing heels as much. And so my tennis shoes literally took the place of my heels. Well, guess what? I don't need 50 pairs of tennis shoes. So sometimes I bless people with my shoes, and they love it, especially my baby sister.
Oh,
So if I'm want to buy more shoes, I go
you
through
go
and say, okay, I wasn't wearing these that much. Let me give
get
this
rid
to
of
someone.
it. Okay.
And in that way, I don't accumulate, because I can't tell you to declutter,
And you're not doing
and
it.
I don't do it myself, because I want to make sure that the business that I've created was it created on integrity, and it was also created because it was information that I'm giving to my clients that I apply to my everyday
Right.
life as well.
When did you start organizing? Like, when
Okay.
did you realize you had this gift of organizing?
Great question. So I am the oldest of 6 siblings. It's 3 boys and 3 girls. And my mom kept a pristine home. Everything had a place. Everything was always in order. And so if someone walked in the house, you would never know. 6 children grew up in that home because nothing was ever out of place. And being the oldest, I didn't like it then, but it instilled that in me back then to now. My mom, if I made the bed, it couldn't have a crease in it. If I vacuumed, it had to have the lines. And she was very particular.
Wow.
Dishes had to be washed, no dirty dishes. I think ever was sitting in the sink.
In the sink.
Because as you use a dish, you
wash
wash
the
it and had to
dish.
put it away. So that came from my mom. And so as I got older and on my own, I wanted a pristine home. I wanted everything in place, and I wanted order. Then came marriage and my
And your
children
I was gonna ask
and all
that.
of that.
Do you instill that in them?
I
Or-
instilled it in them. I'm not going to say it always worked.
right, because I'm trying to instill that with my babies.
I
and-
gave chores.
Yeah.
And what you have to
It's
realize,
just like an experience right now. It's like, okay, they're cleaning up, but it's like the way they're doing it.
it's not the
It's
way
not the
you
way.
want.
No.
And I used to do that.
Oh my God. But
I
I'm
used to do
thankful,
that.
And
And please learn from my mistake.
okay.
Because I was so particular, I wanted to go and redo it. And it caused them not to want to do it.
Oh.
And it created issues.
Okay.
So let them do it. It may not be to your standards.
Right.
But as long as they're still getting a job done, it's okay if they don't do it exactly like you do it. And so in my home, the way I do things, I can't expect my husband, because sometimes I'm like, no, you're using a different hanger. Use the same hanger, or he'll come get my white hangers, and he has black. No,
I was
keep
like,
your black
yeah.
hangers, my white hangers on my side, and chill, Shannon.
You had
Okay,
to release that.
because you
Yeah.
don't want to keep someone in bondage in your
Right,
home.
right.
And it can, keep it in order, keep it organized. And guess what? Whenever in doubt, know that Shannon Miller is here. We're just organizing you. I wouldn't have the job in the
Right.
business if people didn't need it.
Right.
So everyone is not, and let me say this too.
No, yeah.
Sometimes when you go in a person's home, they're afraid of getting a professional organizer, us to come in, because my home is in a disarray and my home is cluttered. Guys, this is what we do.
Yeah.
We are professional organizers. It is nothing that I haven't seen. But when I walk in your space, I walk in your space with respect. And I look through everything, and immediately my brain is just wired to think, how can I solve these issues in their home? How can I turn that anxiety that my client is feeling and make them feel the joy that they should feel in their home? Because the more intact your home is, you can entertain. And not only that, you can relax in your home without worries of all the chaos that needs to be in order. And I'm telling you, you will be so profitable if you own your own business, or you're in a field where it's a lot of thinking that you have to do. What better way than to have your home focus, and your energy is good in the home?
It makes a huge difference.
Yes, because you're grouchy when things are out of order.
And then I can't even write, so I'm an author, and I can't write or even think of a sentence to put. If my if my bed is not made, if things aren't in order, I just can't. It won't happen. It's crazy how that really does make a difference.
It does. Look. a couple years ago, I had a client, and my client was a financial coach.
Okay.
Okay. So a financial coach is all about budgeting, and that's order within
Yes.
itself. Don't you know the financial coach said that in order for her business to be more productive, she needed a professional organizer to come in her home. As a financial coach, she said it was important enough to her to put that in her budget.
Wow.
And I organized her whole home.
Her entire.
Her whole home. She had a sister, and her sister didn't even know that she had closet racks in her closet.
Wow.
She never hung anything up. Everything went on the floor.
So how do you teach the practice of continuing to keep your home when you come in and you organize the space, how do you make sure that your client is keeping up with what you did?
The client comes in when I'm doing it, because I can't keep in mind, I can't declutter anything. How can I know what to discard? Who's going to know what to discard better than the person who lives in the home?
Right.
So the client comes in, and I give them homework.
Okay.
And the client comes in, and they know what their process looked like before. And so we take everything out of that closet.
Remember.
Because yes.
Everything has to come out.
Everything has to come out the closet so you can see exactly what you have. So that you can go through, and we sort it. We put all the accessories together, all the shoes together. Shirts go here, blouses go here, pants go here, skirts go here. And then you look through each pile. Wow. What do you not need? And you take all that out. So when we do start to put everything back in, it's only what you're going to use and what you need. And you'll be surprised when I show them that process. They was like, I did not even know I had all of this.
And it's true. And then you can go in and know where to put your things now. Everything has a space that we've created just from taking everything out. That is so good.
Yes.
Now, how about people, like, let's just say men? Do you teach men as well how to
I've had male
organize
clients.
and like, are there, is it different from?
Okay. So most of the time when I've had a male client before, but most of the male clients, when it's a spouse, a husband and a wife, and they're wanting me to do, and they have two separate closets.
Right.
So now, and I've done that on a few occasions where I came in, and at first the husband wasn't on board.
Right.
Sometimes the husband are not on. Hey, I worked all day. I'm not going organizing a closet and getting work. And I've had some to give me a little resistance. But then at the end, like not even at the end, through the beginning of the process, when they saw the difference and they saw the beginning stages of the transformation, they were all in. Hey, Miss Miller, what else you need me to do? like what else I got to do? And they went and they decluttered, took out things and everything. And they were right in there with me.
Wow.
As a team, because it's a team.
It's a team.
It takes a team to do it, because I want to treat their things with respect.
Yes.
Because and
it's
I want
a family of it's like
a family affair.
Effort. So even with men, it may
children.
not
I've organized for children.
Kids.
I've done kids' closets.
And then you teach them, and you just keep it going. That
How
this
to
is where
keep
your
and how to
space is,
tidy.
and this is how to tidy up. I love that.
Yes.
And you can see the difference. I mean, I've noticed the difference, and I want it now. Like I need it.
Yes.
So I mean, if anyone was to come in like worried about, I wouldn't even know where to start because my space is so messed up. I can say from being your client that I didn't feel overwhelmed about how bad my space was. You make me feel very confident, very safe, and I didn't feel judged for having my space all over. Things just decluttered everywhere. You helped me to realize the vision. You gave me a vision, and then I saw it, and I saw you guiding me through everything. And overall, it's like you feel like you've accomplished something.
Yes.
You've accomplished something so great, and you want to keep that up. And so certain techniques and traits that you've taught, I continue to do this day. So,
Well, I'm so glad.
yes.
That's a proud mama.
Yeah.
I'm a proud mama. By you saying that, because that's the whole point of it. It's not to judge, it's not to tear down. It's about giving someone a space that they deserve
And
it.
can thrive
When you
in,
work
yes.
hard, I say, and life is so short, you
yes.
have to enjoy those moments, and you're able to go out and create more memories with your family when you're not bogged down with all of the tedious
Things to
things
work,
of a
yes.
space that's out of place. And like, to give an example, if you ever watch these shows, and I don't do with the hoarding or anything
Right.
like that, but I used to watch these shows, and I used to see like whatever things happen in a person's life that brought them to that point where things became their happiness.
Wow.
But things became their happiness so much where they had an overaccumulation of things, and then their whole house was filled with clutter to the fact that they became a hoarder, and it became mental.
Wow, that's what I was going to ask. Do you think that when you can look at someone's state of being as far as their space and it's completely hoarded, it's completely out of order? I mean, there's things that can be out of order, but when it's like really bad, do you think that's a representation of where they are mentally or what they're going through? Or, does it have a
Depression
representation?
from a death,
Right.
a love of a losing a loved one that they're still grieving from
Right,
it.
right.
A divorce sometimes does that to people. Losing a child, grieve. The whole grieving process can do that to people. Sometimes it was whatever trauma they experienced as a child. It can be from some have a trauma of they were homeless or other things happened to them. So accumulations of things shows them their worth in some kind of way.
Wow.
And the over accumulation of things come in and take over their space. And in those instances, the best thing, I don't assist as far as the hoarder type of things,
Right.
because that takes a mental health counselor
Right.
along with a professional
Wow.
organizer that specializes
Wow.
in those different things with people who hoard. But I do small businesses. I do the organization, helping them organize their office
Right.
paperwork. So their offices. Last time I did a barbershop in River Ranch. I did their
Okay.
office and helped them like with all of their tools and different
Tools,
things.
yes.
Help them organize all of their drawers and everything. So that turned out pretty cool. I've done an event center before in the past where it was an event center, and so different type of events, baby showers and all these other kind of things. When she went into her room, where all of her products was, it was by aisles and categories, and everything that she needed for that particular
Was in
theme
order.
was in
Yes,
order
I
by
love
the
that.
theme. I've done walk-in closets as big as a room to small closets, no discrimination on the size. Whether it be a house, whether it be an apartment, whether it be a mansion, whatever the case may be. I go in, I do a walkthrough, I assess everything, and then if they decide, because I have to be a fit for you.
Right.
You have to be a fit for me, where we both feel comfortable with each other, because it's a partnership.
Right.
And if they choose to utilize me, and I thank God when anyone gives me business, because it's greatly appreciated. I go, and then we set a date and everything. They pay the deposit, and then I go in and I assess. When I did that walkthrough, I'll be able to let them know all the products that they're going to need in
Right.
order to help organize those
Those
spaces.
spaces.
And then I get at it. They come in to help me with the decluttering and getting rid of their things, and I go in and they leave me be.
I just admire watching the
And
before
then-
of your work, and then the after. It's amazing,
Yes.
guys. You have to check out Miss Shannon's page, her website, everything that she has to offer, and consider. Please just think about it, because it will change your life. It changed mine. And how can people find you?
So I'm on Facebook, Just Organizing You. I'm on Instagram, Just Organizing You. I started TikTok as well. I'm Just Organizing You as well. YouTube, I'm getting started with that, Just
Good.
Organizing You. But also my website is www.justorganizingyou.com. Again, that's www.justorganizingyou.com. And my business number is 337-205-2548. On Instagram, you can text or you can call me. Also, if you go to my website, you can submit a form if you're interested in getting organizational services in your home. I would be so happy if you did. And then I'll get back with you within 24 hours or less, so we can just, hey, we can set everything up. And the main thing I love is I love bringing order. I love bringing clarity, and I love bringing design to your space. So if it's whether it's a master closet, which is my niche, that is my main goal. The master closets is what I've done numerous of. But I do kitchens. I do linen closets. I've done bedrooms, organized drawer, just everything, anything you could possibly think of inside the home. I've pretty much organized it, and I guarantee you it's professionalism, and I guarantee you I work hard to make sure that the service I provide to you is 100% and that you're happy.
Awesome. Woo. What advice just to close out,
Okay.
what advice would you give someone to if they're wanting, we're at the beginning of the year, 2024. We're all excited about a new journey, about just changing old habits. And so what advice would you give to your clients or just to someone watching right now about how to ignite their future by getting organized, just to give them hope?
How you ignite to get organized is simply starting. Get started. Get started. And it doesn't, and when you say get started, it doesn't have to be go take everything out of your closet right now.
Right.
Get started can start small. That's the thing about it. Don't stress yourself.
Right.
Start small. Start with small areas in your home and get something done. If it's your pantry, your food pantry, go in your food pantry. I challenge you. Go to your food pantry, look through your food pantry, all your expired items, discard it. You can even declutter your food pantry. And then organize it. Put all of your pasta things together. Put all your canned goods in one section. Your bacon items in a section. It's a way you can organize anything within your home. All the old magazines, you can discard them. If you don't have use for them, discard them. That's the paper clutter that you sometimes can have. It's a lot of things. But start small. Go to one small area, because if you grab something massive, if you don't complete it, it's going to discourage you to do anything else. So please, please, please start small. Start very small, and I guarantee you can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to do. Look at all the other things in life you accomplish. Don't let clutter take away the space in your home. Don't give it that power. Don't let it be overbearing. Don't let it bully you. Because some people, clutter actually has bullied them.
Wow.
And now they have to go outside the home to feel peace. You shouldn't have to go outside of your safe haven to feel at peace. So bring the peace back in your home. Bring it with organization. This is go month. So you get up and you go. Even if it's simply taking this that's laying on the sofa, and look, if it takes just taking something like this and say, hey, I'm going to start by this throw on my sofa, and I'm going to start with this throw on my sofa. And you know what? I'm going to take my little bin over there. I'm going to start with the throw, and I'm going to put it away. Simple as that. You see, that's not stressful, right? All I did was take a throw, and I rolled it, and then I'll put it in the basket. Something simple like that. So just start small. If you're one that you hate laundry like I do, and you'll wash loads and loads of clothes, and you're looking and you're like home alone, and you're screaming because you got all of this pile of clothes, and you're like, what have I done? I've washed all this. I do not feel like folding it. Wash a load. When you dry it. After you dry it, fold it immediately, put it away. Then you'll never have a pile. And I'm saying that to myself as I'm saying it to you. So start small, and you can do it. We're in January. Hey, let's rock and roll. This is my birthday month.
What? Happy birthday!
Next week, next
Okay, my
Wednesday is
mom
my birthday,
too.
yes.
Oh
And my
wow, it's a
husband's the
great
next day.
month.
Yes.
Yes.
So you guys just get in there and do it. And if all fails, hey, look, I'm here. That's my job. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed if you book me. I have virtual consults, 2 hour virtual if you want to do that. All my prices, I make them very visual so you can see what you see and you'll see what you get if you go to www.justorganizingyou.com. And hey, if you want to reach out to me, I have other packages that might not even be on there that we can talk about and everything, and we can work together so we can get you what you need to get done in your home.
I love that, guys. This was amazing. I appreciate you again for just coming and sharing some time with us as we ignite. Guys, I just want to say, hang in there, and everyone, don't forget the slogan: everyone has a spark that can turn into a flame if you ignite it. So be encouraged, and I hope you take in everything Miss Shannon has said today, because it's some good information, good tips, and also just hire her. I mean, if you need the help, she's right here
Right
waiting for
here
you.
in
Wait in
Lafayette,
Lafayette, Louisiana. So
all
just
surrounding areas.
yes, also just give her a call and she'll help you at least get started. So have a great day and see you guys for the next episode. Bye.
Bye.